Well, my name's Robert Smith. I'm from Oklahoma, born and reared right there in Oklahoma City, pretty much. Um, I'm the creator of FasterEFT, which FasterEFT is a system which is a collaboration of many systems and fine-tuned. It has a way of approaching problems, understanding why we have problems, and how to go in and actually change problems, which problems aren't really problems, how we see it, it's just a success. And so we understand that, just what it is, and since we believe that there are no broken people and that people are successfully producing what they know how to produce based on what they hold within, we help them or empower them to go in and change what they have within that keeps them in a place that they said they don't want to be. So, of course, some people know my life, but, I have a couple of brothers. One of them in prison. One just came out of prison. Drugs, alcohol, burglary. And so, I come from an environment that, we were poor. Alcoholism is around. So, how I got to start creating FasterEFT, of course, I left home at 15 years old after I went to spend time with my aunt and uncle for the summer, and I discovered there was peace there. And when I went back, I said, "Hey, Mom, I don't want to live here. I want to go back to Louisiana." Well, she said I couldn't. I could go live with my grandmother, so I did. And I was on a journey then because I'd have these nightmares, want to kind of clean up what's ever going on inside my head. So that was my passion, to fix my stuff. And then, of course, going back 18 years, 20 years, 30 years later, I'm married at the time. My wife had some stuff that was coming up, and I wanted to figure out how to solve the problem. I figured if I could solve the problem, my life would be better. Started studying NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, using it, understanding it, practicing it, listened to Richard Bandler, Anthony Robbins, and maybe a couple others. I found EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, in 1999 of April. I started using it. I combined EFT, EFT, and NLP, Dr. Larry Nim's work, Be Set Free Fast, and everything else that I found that would actually work. Pieces and parts that would work, and I'd work with clients. I'd cut stuff out. I'd add more stuff. Just whatever, create a result quickly. So then, understanding that everything we do is based on a belief system. So I tried to figure out what is a healthy belief system to create changes in people's lives. And so that's the major part of FasterEFT. What we believe to be true, how do we know to go in and change problems. I created a system that we use that can change any problem, no matter what the problem is. All we have to do is ask the right questions, address whatever the questions reveal, and we start changing it, which is flipping it, re-imprinting. Because we understand you are who you are by what you hold. Your memories, your experiences, and if you change the memories and experiences, the emotions, beliefs, and attitudes, the whole life changes. And so re-imprinting is a major part of it. Giving you personal power to change your mind, change how you feel, creates a whole new life. And so that's basically FasterEFT. We rely heavy on the unconscious mind, who is the creator of our problems. We let it do all the work for us. We just instruct it, we make friends with it, we operate within it, and we help it to help us to have a better life consciously, because most of the things we do are not conscious. It's all unconscious. And then later on, we figure out, we do something, well, why did I keep doing this? Why do I keep having the same bad relationship? Why I keep repeating the bad patterns is because you have structure inside your mind, and we just go in and help change that. So we make friends with the unconscious and then direct it in a way that we want to go. The only challenge that I really find is that going in and changing what holds them back. And that means if you have a belief that you'll never amount to anything, that holds them back. So we figure out the structure and changing the structure inside the mind. How do you know this is true? And so we have to create a balance inside the unconscious mind, releasing the memories that are held there that keep them in a place that they don't want to be in. And so the big deal is sometimes people have many, many memories that will say it's safe to stay in my problem. And the reason is because it's been induced over and over again, and they built a whole life around some beliefs and memories and emotions. So the toughest part, I say, is getting in and finding the peace, the golden peace, and changing it. And so that's the toughest part. I do have a good system that goes in and does that, but sometimes some people have many good memories to make sure that they stay in alignment with what they don't want, which is based on memories, hurts, and experiences. So again, doing the work. And the second part is actually giving you, the client, and getting you to where you'll actually start taking control, where you actually are going to do what I instruct. Basically, take control. When you feel it, you tap it, change it, keep working it, and the more you do it, your life changes. Because see, we don't consciously take control of our life. We let the unconscious mind just do it to us, and then we wonder why we keep doing it. And so the deal is putting them in the mindset that I'm in control, I'm responding to you, I have internal representation, these are my memories, my feelings, and when they get to that point, their life changes. The toughest part is get them in the seat of their car, of their mind, and start driving where they want to go instead of let the unconscious do it for them without knowing why they do what they do. So the toughest part is getting them in the driver's seat of their life and their mind. And once you get them there, they're there. The reason why they're not there is because they're afraid. They have memories and resources that keep them from going there because, again, the unconscious is trying to keep you safe. It's trying to keep you a good member of the family. If you come from a family who is addicted, a family who's abusive, you have all this structure in the background, and you're going to do whatever you're going to do to stay in alignment with it. And the toughest part is actually going in and freeing them from the memories and experiences that keep them in something that they said they didn't want, but yet they don't want to let it go because there's love there, there's family there, there's a culture there. And so that's the toughest part, is the shifting perception. Well, you know, FasterEFT has the same basic belief system. All right. The nice thing about FasterEFT, it goes right to the cause, right to the core, right to the pieces. Now, Habilitat has the same belief system, and they're doing things that are really good physically. But I discovered that there's some pieces that are really mandatory to make the success even greater, and that is going to these areas that aren't being addressed because they don't know how to address it. Now, they have some good stuff and they have the same belief, but this is the fine tuning that gets in there and actually transforms the addiction, the addicted part, and actually totally eliminate it. Because, you know, I'm working with some who have been through the system, they're much better, they're more free, and they have made the decision, but there's some pieces that still needs to be addressed. And that means how do you know you're addicted? What is it that drives your addiction? And then you have to change those. If I put that alcohol, that drug right here in your hand, how do you respond to it? Do you run from it or you toss it in the trash? What is your first initial response? Because see, I believe when you take the power out of the alcohol, the drug, the addiction, and it has no power, you can walk when there's tons of it everywhere and you have no peace and you know where you are. We don't want to run from our problems. We want to transform it to where it's nothing. And the fine tuning that FasterEFT can do is can not only make the success even higher than it currently has, but it'll empower those individuals where they can go way beyond that they've ever thought possible. Because what we do in FasterEFT is we show you where the controls are of your mind. We show you how to manifest and produce something greater than you currently have. And I think that's the big power about FasterEFT. It works within the system that always works. And as whatever you think, your body follows. So if you change the thinking process, you change what you hold, your body and your mind and the whole world will follow you. You'll create something totally different. And that's the fine tuning that I see we can do with Habilitat. Well, one of the ways is I have over 560 free videos on YouTube, 100% free. You can just Google FasterEFT, videos will show up. Secondly, you can go to FasterEFT.com. You'll find my website. Third, you can come to training. You come to training, or you can buy a home study course. The Ultimate Training Kit will give you what you need to transform your life. Or you can come to, like I said, you can come to a seminar. So these are some of the easy ways. By the way, FasterEFT is taught freely. It's free on YouTube. You can change your life for free. And then also, we have many practitioners all over the world that you can call who are trained to make big changes. By the way, FasterEFT is designed to address the biggest and the worst. I mean, it's designed the post-traumatic stress, the physical, emotional, sexual abuse, the worst of the worst. It is designed to go clean those up first. And we know how to do those, and we know how to go in there and make it change really quick to where you'll never feel it again, and then everything else will follow. We have a structure how to go to addictions. We have a structure how you can change anything and everything very fast, very easy. It's simple. Let's say it's very simple, but not easy, because you get to go inside you. You go in and you get to discover how to change your fears, your demons, whatever it is that torment you, and then we help you become free. Practitioners is a great way. Learning, watching DVDs, watching the YouTube videos are all good. Coming to a live seminar will totally change you. It is dynamic, it's powerful, and it works.